Hi, Anna here from Marshall Communications, and today my recipe is going to be an homage to blueberry pancakes. One of my favorite pancake recipes is one that my teeny tiny super awesome mom always used to make. Side note about my mom, she's like this big and has a black belt in Aikido. So today I'm going to use this recipe that she did, and one of the things that makes it unique is that it has yogurt in it, which adds some lovely kind of moisture and richness. And in order to get that like optimum loft to the pancakes, you use beaten egg whites. So we'll fold these in, and I did these by hand because it's character building. So I'm going to show you some other steps and get started on these pancakes. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is put yogurt, a cup of yogurt, and the 2 egg yolks that you have from the 2 egg whites. You separated them. We're going to mix these up. And then we're going to add the dry ingredients. And I've already put the dry ingredients in this little bowl. So it's 3/4 cup of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so now that this is all incorporated, I'm going to sift these into the yogurt and egg yolk mixture. Now, if you don't have one of these little doohickeys, just use a fine mesh colander or sieve, and then you can just tap it through, and you get all those lumps out. So now I'm going to mix this in. And once this is well incorporated, I then am going to fold in the egg whites and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So, tap this out. This is all nicely mixed, and then I'll do the butter first, because the butter's much more forgiving than egg whites. Okay, so I'm going to gently incorporate this. So the folding of the butter doesn't matter quite as much as the folding of the egg whites. Like, you can kind of be like a little heavy-handed with it. But at this stage, when we're putting the egg whites in, this is where you pretend that you're just gently putting in little fairy wings. Because you want those little tiny bubbles from the egg whites to not all pop. Because this is what gives the pancakes, the fluffiness that would be missing in a recipe with a cup of yogurt in it. So I'm going to get this all nicely folded in, and I have my handy dandy griddle preheating at 350, and we're going to start making pancakes in a couple minutes. Alright, my griddle is nice and warm. I'm going to spray it with some coconut oil. So I'm going to take a little measuring cup and sort of bloop out some pancakes like this. And then in order to get the blueberries, I like using Lyman's frozen blueberries, because then I have them all the time. And I don't like incorporating the blueberries when they're frozen into the pancake batter, because then it makes blue pancakes. If you have fresh blueberries, that's not so much of a problem, but when you're using frozen, they do sort of dye the pancakes. So I like to do this, and I sort of plop them in. I mean, blueberry pancakes that are blue could totally be your thing, so if that's the case, by all means, mix in the blueberries. I'd say maybe 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of blueberries, depending on how blueberry-y you want your blueberry pancakes. So I'm going to keep adding some batter, putting blueberries in, and then I'll flip these in a couple of minutes, and then my daughter's going to have a super awesome lunch. Blueberry pancakes. How's your lunch?
Good.
So I wanted to show you, in case you didn't believe me, how thick and fluffy these pancakes are. So they're pretty awesome. I hope you give this recipe a try, and let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great day.